All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Sports on High. Here we are live in Burley Studios in Denver, Colorado, and I'm here as always with the shadiest of all Brady's. How you doing over there, Shady Brady?
Doing good. Trying to remember to press the right buttons.
All right, cool. Well, I like to start recording when we start the show. That's my new thing. That's what I'm doing. So that's when we start.
No?
Rich.
Yes.
Yes, I will work on that in just a second. Welcome in from Chicago. How you doing, buddy?
I'm fucking irate at Brady right now.
Good.
So you're mad at Brady, Brady's mad at me, and I'm not mad at anybody.
I'm mad at Brady because he's not a goddamn American. He's a fucking ISIS member. He wants to fucking stone people for fucking existing.
No, I just want to make fun of people for getting arrested for something.
You're making fun of Connor. He wouldn't even.
All right,
knock it off.
Let's catch everybody up where we're at. Right before we started recording on camera here, we had a little heated debate going. The big story in the news right now is Conor McGregor. First of all, he had a little bit of surprise announcing his retirement overnight. And then this afternoon, we're starting to hear possibilities of his involvement in a rape charge.
It's not a rape charge.
Okay.
No, it is not. You're right. It is not a rape charge. He is just involved in the investigation at this point.
Okay.
But they're also not excluding him.
You want to throw a guy under a bus. You want to use the word rape. You want to be like all these other asshole talking heads on TV. And you want to fucking use inflammatory language and say things that aren't true.
The police say he was accused of sexual assault.
What's that, a pat on the ass? I can sexually assault you from fucking 10 states away.
I'm not denying that statement.
Boy, you got
I'm simply saying the police say that he was arrested on a certain date for a certain charge. And I'm gonna make jokes about that. Sir. I'm not even going to say he's guilty. I'm just going to say he may have been in the wrong place at the wrong time and some shit may have gone down. But I'm going to make jokes about it because it's funny.
I am outside of the club. It is physically impossible for me to have grabbed your ass.
Boom! We are starting it strong with the 90s movies tonight, folks.
Bam. So, Rich, go ahead. You want to defend Conor? Defend Conor. What do you got to say in his defense?
My defense is the man hasn't done anything. There's no proof of anything. Brady's driving over a bus with a fucking dolly sticking out the window, and he's headed straight for Conor McGregor, and there's no goddamn earthly reason why.
Because it's funny. That's why.
Yeah, you know what else is funny? You trying to fucking show me the name on the back of your ridiculous, outdated shirt and almost tearing down the entire goddamn studio. That's funny, too.
Yeah, it was. And I kind of wish John had actually remembered to press record early like we've done in the past. But it's okay.
Right now, I regret that because I really wish we could have all seen the the tumble of the background.
Yeah, the replay would have been hilarious, but it's okay. We'll get it next time. I'm sure I'm going to break something in here eventually on camera.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
My point about Conor McGregor is, if you want to give him a benefit of the doubt, let's give him the benefit of the doubt that guy knows how to fucking market himself and he knows how to make money. You want to criticize his whiskey and say it doesn't taste like a Lucky Charms, that's fine. It's okay. Just know that guy's already made like $40 million off that, and we should all be so goddamn gifted that we can make money.
His clothing line sold out in like 24 hours of going on sale. The man is like printing money. He's so fucking rich at this point. Like he's touching garbage and turning it to gold. But that whiskey is not very tasty according to the people that have tried it.
Yeah, well, you don't know what his dick tastes like either, and it could be great. But don't knock it until you put it in your mouth.
You think that tastes like Lucky Charms, Brady?
Somehow I doubt it. The bottom of the pot of gold, possibly, but not Lucky Charms.
Let me float this idea to you.
What do you got?
What if much like Conor McGregor throwing a dolly through a window made him the biggest pay-per-view guy out there. Conor McGregor wants a fucking piece of the pie. Is it so outrageous that Conor McGregor's team leaked this story and he is going full Scarface bad guy to get his piece of the pie, to get the fucking UFC and now ESPN to beg him to get into the octagon and to give him everything that he wants? People are talking about the retirement as being him just kind of dangling that hook out there. What if Conor McGregor, going full Al Pacino, say hello to my little friend? That's all this is. What if Conor McGregor is that much smarter than everybody else and he knows how to fucking sell shit?
Well, then big up to him, because I mean, yeah, if he controlled the world like that and fucking get paid for being a troll, fuck yeah, pull the Kyrie, fucking, you know, be entertaining and weird and still get paid for it, and congratulations. But I mean,
are you spending $65 on his next fight, Brady?
Don't lie. Don't lie.
I might get together with 2 or 3 other people and throw in $20 on it.
So what you're saying is you're making me buy it and coming over here.
Or it could be at my house, or maybe
Answer
at
the
Rob's
question.
house. I mean, I'll be watching it. It will be entertaining, no matter what. I'm kind of hoping I'm kind of hoping for a Nate Diaz trilogy fight. That would be really awesome. You know?
Because what would be better than the guy that used to be the good old boy, the great guy, Conor McGregor, doing a full-on heel turn to being the bad boy, the pot-smoking bad guy Nate Diaz doing a full-on babyface turn, and now we have the kid from Stockton with a blunt in his mouth doing a triathlon, beating up on this evil Conor McGregor. Is that not just fucking blockbuster?
That would be an amazing storyline to market. That really would. I
That's
cannot
what we're
deny
going
that.
for. That's what this is all just a big fucking conspiracy by Conor and his team, which is smarter than everybody else, and they're just fucking taking it to him. Look at all the goddamn press this guy has gotten. He's gonna sell out his whiskey, his clothing, anything he wants. It's all fucking gold now.
So is this the Trump method of get my core to love me so much by getting everybody to hate me so much more?
It might be.
Might be, yeah.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Maybe
he's
Conor
just getting
McGregor
paid.
is smarter than all of us.
He's definitely milking the fuck out of the system, because he hasn't fought in MMA in, what, a year and a half now since that Nurmagomedov fight?
It was October. It hasn't even been a year.
Really?
Yeah.
When was the Floyd fight?
Shit, October.
May?
It hasn't even been 6 months. The Floyd fight was right around our football draft, dude, because we watched the fight and then we did the draft.
Yeah, that's true.
It was like middle of the summer. I'm just saying.
That was the middle of the last summer.
Yeah. He fights
Like,
once a year, pulls in 6, what's that?
Yeah,
10-figure deals.
The Mayweather fight was coming up on 2 years ago now.
Yeah. Yeah, like he took a long break between fights.
I'm just saying, unless there's a Lucky Charms joke in it when you're making fun of Conor McGregor, leave that boy's name out your mouth and just respect his game and understand that dude's probably got CIA motherfuckers on the payroll doing all this.
Wow.
That's all.
All right.
I mean, he's no Robert Kraft. I mean, Kraft just said he wants a goddamn jury trial. Release the tapes.
Yeah, he doesn't care, man, does he? He said, fuck it. Let everybody see my dick getting whacked off by 2 Asians.
Release the tapes.
Yeah. Yeah, because I believe the 2 words that the police department used in reference to the police tapes were graphic and damning.
I just want to know, does Kraft know that there is possibly like a police officer looking through a peephole in the background and he already saw him on the tapes?
Who knows? The man is rich and well lawyered. Who knows where this is going to go?
Bye, John.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm getting caught up on a little technical side over here. So let's get back into this. And Robert Kraft, I don't think he cares. I don't think he has anything to hide. His wife is dead. Why does he care if it comes out? He's going to fight it to the fullest extent of the law, just like his quarterback taught him to do.
I think this just means that he's got a 12-inch hog.
You think the old man just wants the world to see his schlong? He just wants that videotape to come out so bad so you can see these two Asian women like gagging on like a 12-inch old man dick.
Oh, that's all. I like, especially in those little Asian hands. It probably makes it look like a good 15.
That's true. Yeah. Wow.
I mean, it also probably means that it makes his, balls look like two tennis balls or softballs that are down there. So that might be weird, but maybe he just wants to show the rest of the NFL owners who's got the biggest swinging dick.
Yeah, it's possible. He's been beating the NFL with it long enough. May as well let the world see what it looks like.
Yeah.
Maybe he just wanted Goodell to know that he's not the only one that gets to get hit in the face with it.
Oh, amazing.
He might just be mad at Gronk now. Maybe he's just upset. Maybe his feelings are hurt.
Why would he be mad at Gronk? Gronk put his body down. He gave him a lot of fucking... a lot of good plays for those 3 championships, man.
Because Gronk leaving is, it's like closing a bank account. How many Gronk jerseys do you think are sold?
I don't even know that they'll stop selling, dude.
That's right, because he's going to the WWE, baby.
Probably.
Yeah, I could see him doing that.
Well, one of his best friends is a wrestler. It's Mojo Rawley, and Mojo Rawley's going through a little new character development right now. He's gotten a couple spots spread out over the last month, like little 10-second things. Okay. They're revamping his character. What's better than to bring out
his buddy Gronk with him?
Yeah, let's get Gronk as a manager, walking his boy down to the ring, get him on the mic, and let him just talk some shit. It'll be great.
Gronk the manager. I think he may have hit something there. Because, you don't want Gronk to wrestle. He's already too beat up for that. One like, accidental, incorrect fall on a fucking suplex, and fucking Gronk's back is toast. Fucking, you don't want to be the ones that ended the Gronk. So, you tell him to manage, to fucking keep his feet on the ground, stay off the turnbuckles, don't go climbing any ropes.
What type of manager should Gronk be? I mean, should he be more of Bobby the Brain Heenan?
No.
Maybe Jimmy Hart?
Jimmy Hart. Megaphone, loud, obnoxious jacket with like a tank top on underneath and some bro shorts and flip-flops, but with like a fucking loud-ass fucking like blazer jacket on over top of it. Fucking, Megaphone, the whole nine.
He should go for a cross between Jimmy Hart and Chris Berman with the Hawaiian shirt, wife beater underneath, board shorts.
Yes.
Come down with like one of those old school like ear things with the little mic that goes to his mouth, and like carry around a little speaker with him and just talk shit into that like he's fucking coaching from the sidelines. It's either that or he goes as a full Bill Belichick.
Yeah. Nobody... Like, I don't think that would work in pro wrestling. Like, you need to be vocal in pro wrestling. You just can't stand there and look frumpy and have that work.
Plus, I mean, you've got that personality. You've got to showcase the personality and give him the mic.
Yeah, Gronk's a little too wild already. Like, that's why I'm thinking Jimmy Hart. Like, let him have, his own megaphone or his own earpiece with his own little pocket speaker. Fucking, let Gronk be loud Gronk. Let it flow. Like turn the taps all the way open and just let the Gronk flow out. You know.
I hope the WWE's listening. They go full cruise ship, Jimmy Hart, Rob Gronkowski mashup.
Yeah, the Gronk family cruise. Oh God, I wish I could have gone on that. That would have been epic.
Dude, how many Gronk family cruises do you think they're going to be able to go on now?
That's true. Yeah, he could just make a career out of fucking doing party cruises out of Miami.
He turns into Slurms McKenzie.
Yeah.
Gonna party all day, dude.
Yeah. I just love to party.
Woo! Now, Godspeed, Gronk. Thank you for 8 years of just
9 years.
9 years of off the hook play. I mean,
you don't think he's coming back?
No, he's not going Jason Witten. He's a little too beat up. Like his body is done. Like this last season, he looked slow.
I'm just saying, he goes to WrestleMania. He does a cruise. He shows up at SummerSlam. The ball rolls around. He hits up Survivor Series. He's in shape.
Don't get me wrong. If that call comes from Tom at like
week 12,
no, I'm thinking like week 16 as they're about to catch that bye, and he's like, "Come on, bro, 3-game run to the big game.
It'll be like
come
week
join
10.
us for 2 weeks. Fucking, we'll whip you into shape, and you're gonna come out there, and we're gonna get another ring." Like that call might come in. Like,
I don't think it's Tom. I think it's Kraft and Belichick get on a conference call. They got the the party girls hanging out in the background.
Hey, Gronk,
with the trophies.
That was real cute what you were doing with the WWE last week, Gronk. Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's get some work done.
Yeah. We're gonna buy out your WWE contract for the next 2 months, and you're gonna come back for a Super Bowl run.
The WWE wouldn't just let him go. They'd be like, "Oh, go win another Super Bowl. Come back even more popular. Sell some more merch. Let's make some money."
True. That's true.
They're letting Brock Lesnar run wild in the UFC if he can ever not test positive. they're all about cross promoting these days.
Good luck with that.
Do like him and John Jones just hang out at like the junkie's house down the block, or like what the hell are those guys thinking?
Like, dude, I understand you like drugs. We all like drugs.
Love
but your job requires you to be able to piss in a cup and not have a pharmacy come out the end of your dick.
And don't you have a pretty good...
Like twice a year. Twice a year you need to be able to do this.
Do you know what the problem with John Jones is? Both his brothers play in the NFL. And both his brothers don't have to pass stringent steroid testing. So they're all over at mom's house eating that bowl of cereal with a little HGH sprinkled on top. And, they got a little microdosing at lunchtime and maybe a little shot in the ass right before dinner. And they're all on that same program. Just one guy has a little more extra testing than the other two do.
But I mean, doesn't he know when he's getting tested?
Yeah.
Listen,
don't you have to get clean for your fight? Like, shouldn't that be a thing? Like, if your camp is a month long, you can go a month without getting fucked up.
Yeah. You say, all right, I'm starting camp. I have to stop doing shit. Even if I have to like live at the gym and cut everyone else out except for my trainers. Fucking live at the gym in a fucking sleeping bag in the corner. Fucking get your ass sober for a month.
No, then you're not John Jones. Then you can't do that crazy ass shit in the ring. If you're not out 2 nights before the fight doing the fucking mounds of fucking coke and banging every stripper in sight, and then have to take antibiotics for the STD that you caught, you're not gonna fucking throw a flying knee at 19 into the champ's face. You're just not gonna do it.
I mean,
you're not gonna out wrestle DC. Because you have no business doing it if you're not fucking nuts. If there's not a mountain in the Himalayas missing because of the amount of coke that you did, you can't do that fucking wacky shit.
Yeah, I get that. You need motivation. But I mean, seriously, how are you supposed to get in the octagon with a fresh case of the clap? I mean, that's fucked up. Like your opponent does not need to be exposed to the clap in a fighting ring.
How many days does it take until that's like evident?
That's a good question.
What do they call it? The incubation period?
Yeah.
What's the incubation period of the clap, Rich?
I don't know. I've never had it.
Yeah, that's valid.
Do you think if he gets something like that on him, he goes in with the game plan of get his man down and grind his crotch on his face? Do you think he's got him in an arm bar and he's just rubbing it on the dude's arm and he's whispering in his ear, guess what you got on your arm now, motherfucker?
Wow.
Crabs.
Wow.
Nasty motherfucker.
Fantastic.
Where's Dave Chappelle
if he fights a dude with the beard and he's got crabs on his crotch, do you think he's telling him he's going to give him crabs to the face?
Oh, that's horrible.
Yes. I feel like he's the kind of person that would say that shit. Yes.
And on that note, I think we should move on to the NCAA tournament. So, several things to talk about here. Duke had a ridiculously close call.
Oh, God, yeah.
Rich is going to explain to us how the Iowa game was fixed.
Okay.
And what else we have got to talk about?
Brady, go ahead. Tell us what's the stories of the tournament for you so far, Brady?
For me so far, it's hard not to say Oregon just because they're the low seed remaining, but I still feel that Vatek should have gone out. And, I don't know how the hell Vatek is still there. I thought Mississippi State had the guns to take him down. I thought Vatek was done. But little did I know, fucking Beamer ball. I know he ain't there anymore. Shit, I don't even know if he's still alive at this point. It's been so long since he's coached, but...
Okay.
You do know we're talking about basketball, not football, right?
Yes, I know.
And Frank Beamer has a headstone somewhere, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to make a comparison. Thank you, Rich.
Okay.
All right, so, my instinct is to say I was really enthralled with that Duke game. That the last 2 minutes of that game were amazing. And I don't really know how Duke pulled it out. So for me right now, them still being in the tournament and having a big wake-up call with it is the big story, right?
Can we agree on this? Duke didn't actually pull that game out. They didn't pull it out.
UCF choked.
Yeah,
UCF had it.
They got lucky and held on.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever heard Coach K in a huddle?
No.
He's not drawing up plays. He's not coaching them up. He's in the huddle going, you guys, I'm Zion, you need to take over this game because you're the best player in the game. Get the goddamn ball from RJ and score. That's his fucking idea of coaching. How the fuck does anybody think that this guy's a good coach? His solution last year when he couldn't teach his guys how to play man-to-man defense was just stand in a 2-3 zone, guys. That'll be the best we can do. How the fuck is that coaching? That's not coaching. Just because he's good at recruiting doesn't make him a good coach. The guy is a terrible fucking coach. He's a great fucking recruiter, and he talks sweet. But he sucks at coaching. Who has he ever outcoached? When has anybody ever said that Krzyzewski's a goddamn coaching genius? Never.
In the early 90s, they used to talk about that a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, so 20 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to your point, I think he's probably used his reputation from that to carry him this far. So
you tell me, when was the last time Duke actually ran an offensive set?
Yeah, as we talked about when you and I ran the brackets the other night, if anybody wants to check out the brackets Rich and I walked through, I haven't followed college basketball closely in a long time. It was probably back in the Mike Krzyzewski, Dean Smith rivalry era the last time I was seriously watching college basketball. So everything I remember was, man, Duke was good, and it was because Krzyzewski was a coach. And UNC at that point was the team that always had the early guys leaving for the NBA, and Duke always had your 4 years, you know. It's weird for me looking at it now saying that Duke's the school that has the, one and dones and the early outs, as opposed to UNC, who's now developing the team like Duke used to do.
Yeah, Dean Smith was Mike Krzyzewski. Great recruiter. We're talking about a guy that yelled at Michael Jordan for dunking too much. Made the dude run stairs. How is this good coaching? How do you not have Jordan starting as a freshman? How do you not fucking do all these things? I'll tell you how. Because you're not a good coach. You're a good recruiter.
And isn't it possible on those early UNC teams? I mean, I don't remember, but he was on a team with several NBAers.
Like him,
James Worthy, Sam Bowie?
No, Sam Bowie.
No, that's the guy that got drafted before Jordan.
Yeah.
But who else did they have on those teams?
I don't remember, but it was a stacked-ass team.
Yeah, but those teams were before our time. But
Yeah, you're talking like 83, 84.
He did play with other talent. It wasn't just Jordan with a bunch of crap like it was when he got to Chicago.
Right, and when Jordan finally got to leave, was he not still one of the most coveted players and walked onto an NBA court and was the best guy on the court?
Yeah.
So you're telling me he wasn't the best guy the previous years? Of course he was. It's poor talent evaluation. It's a poor understanding of players and how to be a good coach.
Okay.
Wow. So Rich has managed to not only torch Coach Krzyzewski,
yes,
but to go ahead and throw Dean Smith onto that bonfire as well and just pour an extra can of gas on top of both of their corpses at this point.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
It's not my fault they didn't win more with the talent they had. It's their own fucking fault.
I think you're talking about no less than 10 total championships between the two coaches over the course of their combined careers.
30
Bullshit.
30 years?
I'll take the under right now.
Really?
I'll take
How
the
many
under.
does Coach K have?
4 or 5.
All right. Yeah, I know Roy Williams has at least 3.
I'm not talking about Roy Williams. We're talking about Dean Smith.
No, you're right. Sorry, Dean Smith has at least 3. There was one way back in like the 60s or 70s, and then there was like one in the 80s with Jordan, and then there was like a couple more in the 90s with like Carter in them.
We're taking a lot more of Brady's opinion than we originally slated, because originally Brady'd be doing this research while we were saying, but now Brady's over here smoking weed while Rich is doing the research.
Okay, how many do you think that Dean Smith has?
At least 3, probably 4.
Okay, how many do you think Krzyzewski has?
5, maybe more.
Okay, Krzyzewski has 5,
Yep.
and
Okay.
Dean Smith has a whopping 2. 2 fucking championships. Fucking legend, my ass.
How
Jim
many
Calhoun's-
Final Four does he have? How many Final Four appearances does he have?
How many times was he the bridesmaid in a fucking field of like 16 teams? Who gives a shit? Jim Calhoun's got more NCAA championships, and nobody's touting about how good a coach he was, because he's better than both of those two knuckleheads combined. And I think UConn can go suck a fat dick.
Wow.
Bam.
Woo. Rich has brought the flamethrower
So
today.
don't fucking
He's
don't tell me.
burning
Damn.
down college basketball.
Seriously?
Tell me who is a good college basketball coach?
Brad Stevens was a great fucking college basketball coach. That's why Brad Stevens isn't there. Hey, how about this? Mark Few is a fucking great college basketball coach at Gonzaga.
Okay.
What's your opinion on Fred Hoiberg as a college coach? Apparently,
Get the fuck out of here.
Nebraska's
Don't ever
looking
talk
at
to me
him.
about Fred Hoiberg again. Fred Hoiberg is terrible. Oh, Beeline at Michigan. Great fucking college basketball coach.
I'll give you that.
I would say probably most of these guys at mid-major schools that actually make runs, probably great fucking college basketball coaches, but they're fucking playing with one hand and one foot tied behind their back being at a mid-major. It takes a lot of fucking balls to coach up Belmont. It takes a lot of fucking balls to get Bradley to where they are. It takes fucking good coaching to do that. You know what it takes to be at a big-time school? Being a great fucking recruiter. That's what it takes. Michigan State should have won the national championship last year. But But Tom Izzo insisted on letting Nick Ward step on the fucking basketball court. And Nick Ward fucked that entire team last year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, John Morant can suck my dick too. Tell me he's the second best player in this draft. Why? Because he's played middle school teams his entire fucking college career? He played one fucking Power 5 team, and they shoved it right up his ass.
Wow. And it's true. He was getting a lot of hype after the first big game of the tournament.
But then he ran into Florida State, who actually had court presence and bodies in the lane that could get in his way and size.
You know why
more than one guy that could foul him without fucking getting into foul trouble. And they put him on his ass.
You know why he did great against Marquette? Do you know who Marquette's coach is?
No.
It's fucking Steve Wojciechowski. You know who Steve Wojciechowski played for and coached under?
Krzyzewski.
I'll give you, Krzyzewski. He came from a brilliant fucking coaching tree. Just fucking masterminds of college basketball. Give me a fucking break. John Morant's going to get everybody's like, oh, his passing. He gets doubled and he makes these great passes. Guess what? In the NBA, nobody's going to double his bitch ass because he's not going to be able to fucking beat anybody off the dribble. Like, who's he going to fucking take? He's 6'3". Every fucking point guard, he's going to face a 6'3". Steph Curry's a midget in the NBA, and that dude's 6'2". Like, what the fuck is he going to do? He weighs 175 pounds. I'm pretty sure Zion takes shits bigger than that.
Yes, he actually does. I believe the Deuce-O-meter definitely.
Why are we getting so hyped over Jeff Teague Jr., a.k.a. John Morant? Like, get the fuck out of here.
Well, what do you think about Taco?
Taco probably have a cup of coffee in the NBA because he's 7'6", and you can't teach that.
Yeah, that Manute Bol, Dikembe Mutombo kind of syndrome where.
But who's he going to guard
in the middle?
Who's he going to guard?
Yeah, all he can do is stand in the middle. He can't fucking step outside of the fucking paint and guard.
Like why aren't we talking about Rory Hachimura from Gonzaga? That dude's going to be an NBA big man. I don't hear anybody talking about how fucking great he is. That dude's nasty. He's going to be great.
Who are the great shooters to look out for coming out of the draft this year?
Cam Johnson. Everybody's knocking my boy Cam Reddish because he's fucking so disinterested because, Krzyzewski doesn't actually have an offense, so there's no plays to be run, and he knows RJ's not going to fucking pass him the ball. So, what's he going to do when you're fucking the best shooter on the team and you're the fucking seventh option on the team? Cam Reddish might as well go play with LeBron because LeBron's going to be like, yo, stand in the corner. And then he's going to stand in the corner and he's going to knock down every shot. But Cam Johnson from UNC, dude's legit. Even though everybody wants to knock my boy Fletcher McGee from Wofford, dude's legit. And then you got the Edwards from Purdue lighting it up. But you know what? I have a feeling he's going to have one more big game, and then he's going to shoot his 2 for 27. But,
All right. So we kind of got sidetracked and onto a big, big rant there. Let me ask you a question that we're going to go back to a little bit, Rich. What do you think is the big story of the NCAA tournament so far?
I think the big story is that last weekend was the highest rated TV ratings, and yet somehow it's called the worst tournament because all the high seeds won. You tell me, why do people get mad when a Cinderella's not in it? Why do we get upset when there's no real underdog to root for? Don't we want to see the best teams play each other?
We think so.
Yeah.
But as the Cinderella story is something you look for every year, and if there's not going to be a big run, I guess that is a storyline taken out.
Is it? Shouldn't we be fucking excited? And I feel like everybody's like, oh, it's not the best tournament I've ever seen. I've seen better. There's not enough buzzer beaters. every game's by 20 points and they're just crushing each other. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah,
shit.
The fucking the talent is not nearly as fucking evenly spread out as it has been in the past in the tournament.
Wait, we don't have parity? They don't get to say the word parity 137 times?
Hell no, not in this one.
It's just ridiculous. Like everybody should be fucking excited. We have Duke, Virginia Tech. They split their regular season, and in the game, and in one of the games, neither team had their best player. Now they have full rosters, all their best players. We're going to see a great game. We get to see LSU, Michigan State. It's going to be phenomenal. Purdue, Tennessee, going to be great. UNC, Auburn. Those teams just want to have a track meet. They might not play any defense in that game. Houston, Kentucky, no defense. You got Calvin Sampson versus John Calipari. Like, it's going to be fucking great. You have Gonzaga, FSU, two totally different types of teams. You're going to get a Styles Make Fights game. And you got Texas Tech, Michigan. Same kind of thing. Texas Tech wants to run. Michigan wants to grind. Who's going to win? It's going to be great. Notice I left one game out that's not going to be great. Virginia, Oregon. It's going to be a snooze fest. Virginia's going to beat them by 25.
Yeah, Virginia's going to beat them by 25, but the final score is going to be like 60-38.
No, Virginia's going to hang fucking 80 on them. You watch.
You're saying that ball control, eat the clock, fucking slow it down offense is going to put up 80 points.
Yeah. Whatever their over-under individual team line is, bet the over. Because Virginia's going to light that bitch on fire.
Wow.
All right.
Well, as you can see with our bracket, Rich, you got Virginia winning the whole thing. So no surprise you think they're ready to take on Oregon.
Yeah.
The worst team left in the tournament facing one of the top three? I'd like to think so.
Well, you better hope Virginia comes out of the South. That's the only team in the South you've got left.
Yep.
I'm not worried.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. Well, what other big stories are coming out of the tournament right now, Rich, that you want to talk about?
All right. Well, on Sunday I text you.
Yes.
In it with a few minutes left in the Tennessee game, and what did I tell you?
At the Iowa game.
The Tennessee-Iowa.
Yeah, Tennessee-Iowa game was fixed.
Yeah.
You said it was the most obvious that you'd ever seen a game fixed in your life, and you would break down why it was fixed today.
Do you remember what I texted you, though? How much I said the difference in the point spread would be?
You said that Tennessee would lose by less than a point.
On the cover.
On the cover, right. And
on the cover, not on the score.
Right. And they lost the cover by half a point.
By half a point. I texted you that before the game went to overtime. I said it's the most obvious fixed game I've ever seen in my life. And this isn't a Vegas fix. This was a New Jersey fix. This was sloppily done.
Wow.
It's literally like they read the SI article where Tim Donaghy laid out, hey, here's how you here's how you fix a game. The refs had the Tim Donaghy playbook on how to fix a game, on how to fucking get certain guys in foul trouble, how to control the pace of the game and what's going on. They got it. It got out of hand a little early. They wanted to make sure Tennessee was going to win, and that shit got out of hand early. And as soon as they were down, it was 25 points. It was at 19 points. I'm on the treadmill and I go, holy shit, Iowa's going to come back. The refs are just pushing all the momentum and how they were calling the game. And then all of a sudden I'm listening, and Chris Webber, it's like he's reading from a script. Yeah. He's literally, you have a face and a heel, and he's Tennessee's the baby face, Iowa's the heel. He's using coded language, and he's fucking calling the game like he's the announcer of a WWE match. It's entirely scripted. For instance, Tennessee, Iowa just can't take Tennessee off the dribble. They're way too good for him. Tennessee comes down. The Iowa guy's in front of him, can't take him off the dribble, runs into him. Oh, that was a clear blocking foul. He just couldn't get in front of him. Well, wait a minute, Chris. One thing's happening at one end, and that shit's going, and it's this way. But then it's happening at the other end, and you're saying it's something different. What's your story? Why are you making those comments? Why are you calling it like that? Oh, I know why. Because somebody gave you an extra $50,000 at your latest autograph signing to fucking call the game like this. Like, it's just, that's it. Like, Weber was in on it. C-Webb got that little bump at that last autograph signing in Atlantic City to fucking call the game where they gave, hey, here's how you got to call it. This way for Tennessee, this way for Iowa. Here's who your guys are. And you have the refs. Like, there was a total foul, but instead of a foul, now it's a jump ball because we got to flip the arrow going this way. Real simple. Those questionable block charges, where's the momentum? Okay, we're going to call it that way. It was like the refs were in on it from the beginning. Overtime comes, all of a sudden, whistles go in their pockets when Tennessee's on defense. Whistles come out when Iowa's on offense. It couldn't have been more sloppy and lopsided. And it was a total fucking sham. They controlled that entire fucking pace of that game. And when the refs are controlling the pace, you know that the bullshit is on. Did you see Rick Barnes? The fucking Iowa's storming back, and Rick Barnes is fucking staring up into the stands like he's not even sure there's a game going on because he already knows what happens. It was like he wasn't even there. Wasn't even trying. And I think at one point, he actually got mad at his player because he was fucking up the cover, and he throws the kid out of the huddle because the kid's about to get a technical and fuck it up. And he shoves the kid in the chest. But I don't see anybody mad about him. Oh, Izzo's the bad guy. Rick Barnes physically manhandling one of his players for trying to talk to a ref. We got to get that shit out of here. The fix is in. We can't have anybody else fucking flapping their gums.
Wow. Well, I brought up my messages. And you texted me at 12:09 and said whatever, and this is 12:09 my time, so I guess it'd be 2 o'clock Eastern time. Whatever the spread was on this Iowa-Tennessee game, it will come 1 point short of Tennessee covering. This is the most fixed game I've ever seen. Wow, why do you say that? The way the game has been officiated, not to mention how the commentators sound scripted. They sound like they're calling a WWE match.
100%. Go back and watch it with that ear and those eyeballs, and you'll understand.
Yeah, and you texted me 2 hours, almost 2 hours later at 2:02 p.m., so 4:02 p.m. Eastern. Tennessee missed the cover by half a point. Told you the fix was in.
Easy peasy. If I was in Vegas, I would have cleaned up on that shit.
Wow.
Now, I haven't watched a ton of the games. I'm not going to lie. Bored the fuck. They just bore the fuck out of me half the time. But I was on the treadmill and it was on, so I didn't have anywhere to go.
Okay.
And that's the only reason why I could hear it and see it. But that was the easiest thing I've ever seen in my life. That was 100% an Atlantic City, fix.
Wow. Fantastic. Well, great call.
Yeah.
Teddy KGB cleaned up on that.
Someone did.
I feel like ESPN must be in on it because the only thing about that on the college men's basketball page is a couple of brief video clips of Tennessee winning. And
you're not going to hear
this guy keys Tennessee's overtime winner, or fucking Tennessee holds on to win late, shit like that. You're not seeing anything about Iowa. You're not seeing anything about the officiating. Yeah,
you're not going to hear or see anything.
Yeah, the two stories they've got up are Kyle Alexander and who was the other guy? You got Grant Williams. Those are the only two things that are up there, and it's just like, wow, they are dodging the fuck out of this.
Like, okay, so here's another story from the game. Admiral Schofield, Tennessee's best named and best player. It's a fantastic name. That guy,
definitely great. Fucking
that guy's parents
name.
should be applauded. They are fantastic. Yeah. They made a star and then they named a star and they fucking hit a home run.
That's almost as good as Captain Mutterland.
I think it's better. But anyways,
yeah.
The story is
I'm a
that
Panthers fan.
The story is he takes himself out of the game because another guy is playing better. I.e., he knows he's not hitting shots and that the fix is in, and he needs to remove himself so he doesn't fuck it up. Like, you don't hear stories like that. No fucking college kids taking themselves voluntarily out of the game when they're the best player on the court. You know why? Because the shooter's got to shoot. And if he doesn't have that mentality, then he certainly isn't going to make it at the next level. But because he's going to get drafted and a shooter's got to shoot, bullshit, you took yourself out of the game for the good of the team at 19 years old. Bullshit, a 19-year-old thinks like that. The fix is in.
Bam.
Bam.
I saw The Last Boy Scout. I saw what happened when the fix is in and they stay in the game.
Yeah, you gotta take out the gun and go crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, wow. Definitely swinging strong on the 90s movies today.
All right, and what are we looking forward to in the next round? We're going from the Sweet 16 down to the Final Four this upcoming week. What are we looking for in the tournament, Rich?
I want to see the matchups I want to see. I want to see Gonzaga, Michigan. I want to see UNC, Kentucky. I want to see, I don't care. Both teams suck, Purdue and Tennessee. Just stick UVA in the final. And I can't wait for Duke to lose.
I feel like Michigan State's going to get them.
I will say this. I am quietly and a little desperately rooting for LSU to win this whole thing because nothing would make me happier than for a team to win the title and have to vacate it at the same time because all their players got played to be there.
Oh, that would be amazing if under that huge fucking scandal from this season, LSU made it all the way to the fucking national title. Oh, my God.
Like, I want to see him hand it to him and then take that shit right back.
Yeah, for sure.
Or go to hand it to him, pull it away, and be like, psych.
Yoink.
No, I'm going to hand this to you. I want you to look at it, sigh, and hand it back to me.
Yep. Makes it look real sad while you're doing it.
I mean, that would, for me, that would be the greatest thing ever. LSU wins it and vacates it in the same day.
That would be moderately awesome.
Like, why doesn't anybody talk about this?
No, this is great. I love it.
The coach is literally fucking suspended for having wiretaps saying that he is paying players that are on this team.
Yeah. Talking about how he made a fucking good offer to that player.
He openly paid the dudes on his team.
I mean, don't get me wrong. That's fucking amazing that somehow this
So what does that like
team
come
is
out of
still
his
involved.
ridiculous salary? Because I'm sure he's making multi-millions a year. So what's he like?
No,
just
I'm pretty
breaking
sure
off like 20K chunks to the players or something?
No, this comes from the shoe companies.
Yeah, shoe companies or boosters or sponsors. Fucking other people are providing sacks of cash that not normally the coach. Normally someone like lower down and much more disposable does the delivery, but for some strange reason the coach was doing the delivery on this particular one.
Yeah, that seems sketchy as fuck. Like, you got to have a bag man if you're that high up, right?
Yeah, normally I'm pretty sure that's the procedure, is that to keep the coach insulated, one of the assistant coaches then finds a bag man, and the assistant coach is kind of the fall guy if the bag man isn't the fall guy, that kind of thing.
I just want
You
everybody.
sound like you know a lot about the criminal world, Shady Brady.
I'm gonna have to plead the fifth.
I just want to put it out there. If anybody's planning on fixing any games and doesn't want me to talk about it, I do accept duffel bags.
Oh, absolutely. We are completely open to bribes and corruption here at Sports on High. So if any bags of money with special instructions happen to show up on the front porch in the morning, we will not disagree. We will follow any and all instructions gratefully.
I do live in Chicago. I'm sure there's empty duffel bags that have already had the cash removed that you can pick up on any street corner and refill with cash and drop off.
Yeah.
I mean, we are the home of the most corrupt politicians, as well as the Sinaloa cartel, their North American outpost. El Chapo has,
Yeah,
his
offices. Yeah, his offices are in Chicago.
Blagojevich, what was his name?
Yeah, Rob
Blagojevich.
Blagojevich, yes.
He was like
jail.
selling his Senate seat.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry, we have Nine Finger Rom here.
Oh wow, I'm assuming he lost a finger for the reason we all imagine he lost a finger. I mean, there was some gambling with the mob type thing, and they took a fucking finger when he wouldn't pay.
That is nobody. He is never, like, for a guy that tells a lot of stories, doesn't tell a story about how he actually lost a finger.
Oh.
Nice. That's all you got to say. That's all you got to say. Like, this guy's pretty flappy with the lips, and he won't say how he lost that finger. So, yeah, I'm assuming his loan shark came calling, and the wallet didn't have what the loan shark was looking for, so the finger did.
The best part is Rom only lives a few blocks from me.
Nice.
Well, maybe you could just keep an eye out for any sketchy bagmen and flag them down this way. You can use their services.
Yeah.
Let him know. I'll take that to Rom for you.
Yeah.
No, just for your own purposes. Like, hey, I may be getting my own duffel bag soon. What's the protocol here?
Yeah. Go ahead and get your questions out of the way early before the money shows up. That way you can just kind of act like you know what you're doing when the money gets there.
Let him know that the password is blueberry pancakes.
Yeah. Figure all that stuff out in advance so that when the actual drop happens, it looks all smooth and professional and shit.
I like it. I'm in. And I hope that everybody took our advice and bet Gonzaga and bet Virginia to win the NCAA tournament beforehand and is going to cash in. And you can still bet them right now. They're 4-1. They're both better than 4-1 to win the tourney. So your $200 can net you $4, and you can still come out plus 200.
What was it before?
It was similar, but it was like 3-1 and 5-1. Now they're evened out. Like one went up and one came down.
Okay.
So they're still right in that range. I don't understand how they're only 4-1, but sign me up for that.
All right, so you have Duke losing to Virginia Tech. Talk about that.
I just think Duke stinks. Like, you think Coach K is studying tape right now?
I'd like to think so.
I think he's like, guys, we already beat them. I know they beat us, but we didn't have Zion, and Zion's our guy. And Zion's back, so just listen to Zion, guys. That's what we're gonna do.
So do you think just every team he's on, he's got one guy and that's it? It's just funnel the ball right to that guy?
Yeah, he's always had favorites. Why do you think all these years, like these last few years where he's getting 3 amazing guys, 2 of them leave fucking pissed off? Because he only runs his offense through one dude.
Interesting.
That would explain why nobody liked Christian Laettner. Well, other than the fact that he was Christian Laettner.
And
you know what?
Grant Hill? Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question.
What up?
Is that Grant Hill alley-oop still the best alley-oop ever caught in an NCAA tournament?
Possibly. I mean, there's been some good ones, but that's a classic. That is like fucking VHS quality classic right there. Fucking, you can't go wrong.
You know they released so I want, like, this is the highest rated NCAA tournament we've ever had, right? But people are upset that there's not more Cinderellas winning the tournament. And that's because these smaller schools don't have the money to drop the same size duffel bags for recruits that other teams do. And part of the reason why is because the NCAA tournament doesn't fucking pay the little guys. They pay him so much less than these giant conferences.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it sucks to be a small school. Are you queuing it up, John? Is that what you're trying to do?
I'm getting there.
You're going to figure it out?
Here you go.
Here it is.
Here you go. Here's your Grant Hill alley-oop from Bobby Hurley. Single-handed, hand above the box, behind the rim. Grant Hill leaping damn near out of his shorts to throw that dunk down.
And if anybody wants to tell me that Ja Morant's dunk was better, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
I can't take it anymore.
Yeah.
I can't.
Does that wrap it up for the NCAA tournament, boys?
I think we're good on the NCAA now. I think we can move on.
All right. Was there any other NFL news to talk about? Or was Gronk and Kraft about it?
Yeah, I know who's going to win the NFC this year.
You know.
I already know.
Okay.
All right. Hit it.
Who's going to win the NFC this year?
Fire up that pipe.
There you go.
Uh-oh.
And that's why.
What
I think
do we have?
I think the supermodel girlfriend might be in full effect.
Oh.
If you scroll, there's a whole little
Goodness.
Little montage down here.
Oh,
yeah.
my.
If you click on that, you can go to the full gallery.
View the gallery.
Goodness. Khalil Mack's woman.
If you go to that second one, she's on a
hot.
horse.
Ooh. I don't care. She's got some serious DSLs going on. Like
I'm just saying.
Angelina-style DSLs. Like, ooh, those are amazing.
I'm just saying, Khalil Mack is probably going to break the single-season sack record this year.
What?
He's
Let's
gonna
go
start
ahead
on
and
opening
let's
night
go.
by re-breaking Aaron Rodgers.
Oh God, that would be amazing if he just fucking snapped Aaron Rodgers like a twig on like the first night of the season. Like before the season even really gets going, the Thursday before the season starts, Aaron Rodgers gets Joe Theismann on the fucking Lambeau Field turf. Or is it Soldier or Lambeau Field that they're doing it at?
I don't know.
I'm just saying, he was trying to keep this a secret.
He's trying to hide that. Ooh, you ain't hiding that booty. Ooh,
but it's out.
Yeah, that is definitely out.
So I think this means that we have to make the Chicago Bears the favorite to win the NFC.
I'm on board. It definitely fits our motif of the hot girlfriend, hot wife.
Definitely putting Khalil Mack as the front runner for a defensive MVP for next season.
You know, we are going to need to find out one piece of vital information, though. And that is who...
Did she give him a bell?
No.
A little silver bell?
No, we need to find out who Mitchell Trubisky's banging.
Oh, that's a good point. Because, yeah, if the quarterback's banging some, like, random, average waitress,
Yeah.
We may need to upgrade the truth.
By the way, real quick before I forget, I think this is why everybody's touting Michigan State as the underdog pick of the tournament.
Oh, hello.
Who is that? Same woman?
No.
Oh.
This is Holly Saunders. And who is Holly Saunders, Rich?
Fuck if I know.
Oh, okay. I thought this might have been Mitchell Trubisky's old lady, and then I was like, "Yup,
No.
Super Bowl in Chicago."
Goodness.
That's inappropriate right there.
Yeah.
I mean, is she wearing that to work?
I hope so.
I think she's at work.
I need to find out where she's working.
Good God.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yo, look at the kid. Look at the kid.
If she's supporting Michigan State,
the kid's about to break his neck on the little trike there.
Yeah, the kid's riding.
His tongue's out. He knows what he wants.
Yeah, that kid knows what the deal is.
I'm just saying, if she's supporting Michigan State, maybe we should support them too.
I could get behind that.
Yeah. I could definitely get behind her.
Thank you for leaving it less than subtle there, Brady.
Oh, yeah. I'm good at that.
Fantastic. All right, Chicago Bears favorite to win the NFC now, as of now, because no telling. I mean, we could have somebody come up with a hotter girlfriend between now and the playoff run, right?
Well, we'll have to get a bracket together and figure it out.
Oh, this is solid. This is solid work right here that we're going to be doing.
Yeah.
And this is what people need to know, right?
I think this is valuable information. If you're going to put your hard-earned money down, you got to know who you're backing.
For real.
These are young. These are the decisions. These are the things that affect these men when they're on the battlefield. What is their home life like?
Dude, if you need any more proof for this theory, which I back 100%, let's talk about Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard's career did a not slow, straight decline, and then he's connected to some trannies and freaking out in locker rooms, and like apparently the tranny looked like Lawrence Taylor or something.
Oh,
that
wow,
does not bode well for him.
He got that.
Exactly.
He got that Marv Albert connection.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
So I do believe there's something to this. The woman behind the man.
The man woman behind the man.
Well, I mean, thanks again for not making it very subtle.
I felt like that was a better joke there.
What are you working on over there, Rich?
I had a question.
Okay.
And I think it's a fantastic one.
Let's hear it.
Do it.
Who has more kids? Dwight Howard or Phillip Rivers?
Phillip Rivers.
Do you want me to set the line?
Are we talking legitimate or illegitimate children? Because I feel like all of Phillip's kids are legitimate. I feel like Dwight probably has a lot of legitimate kids and maybe a few on the side that he ain't really willing to admit to.
All of Dwight Howard's kids are on the side. That's number one.
Okay.
I'll give you Phillip Rivers minus 1.5 children.
1.5. So, I mean, I'm literally just taking a stab in the dark. Doesn't Phillip Rivers have 9 kids?
I think
9 children now is correct.
Okay.
I thought it was 8, but
So 9.
I have not been.
It was 8. He just had his 9th.
Okay.
So
cool.
literally,
So it was
he's
8.
too short of fielding his own offensive or defensive unit.
Yes.
Okay.
He is.
So the over/under puts Dwight Howard at 7.5 kids. Now, I've never heard of Dwight Howard necessarily being in that Sean Kemp type realm, but 7.5. I'm still
7.5's a lot, even for an NBA player. I mean,
yeah. I'm taking Phillip Rivers.
yeah, I'd have to take Phillip Rivers to cover there. I feel like Dwight would have 6 or fewer children.
Survey says.
Hold on, I'm going to send it to you.
Okay.
Oh God.
He's probably got like 14 kids.
Yeah.
We're way off.
Dwight's got like a full basketball team. Here we go.
Royce Reed names all of Dwight Howard's baby mama 8 kids in 6 years. Bam!
Wow.
All right,
So
we were
Phillip
a
did not
little off.
cover. Yeah.
So our first instinct was right that Phillip Rivers had more kids, but we were off on the over/under. So good work, solid work there, Brady.
Yeah.
Hey,
The
listen.
instinct was right.
Does this mean that Dwight Howard's favorite movie is Shawshank Redemption, and he lives by Andy Dufresne's motto of "Get busy living" or "Get busy dying"?
Yeah.
Because he is getting fucking busy.
He is
Oh,
definitely
shit.
getting busy. Well, he's still not. Who was that one guy that? Oh, Cromartie that played for the Jets that had like 14 or 15 fucking illegitimate kids.
No, he only has 7, and he's got a goddamn reality TV show.
Dwight does?
No,
Cromartie.
Oh, Cromartie. Wow.
I could have swore it was more than 7. I could have swore it was like 7 or 8, like several years ago, and I was assuming he was just racking them up as he was going. Yeah,
So from
what's the Cromartie
2007
kid
to
count?
2013, 8 kids. Jesus.
Oh,
Well, see, and this is what?
oh, Brady.
Yeah.
My apologies.
Uh-oh.
What's Cromartie up to now? Has he gone double digits?
I'm gonna set the line. 12 and a half kids.
I'm going.
Do you want the over?
Over. Give me the over.
Or
Give
the
me
under?
Over. I'm hopeful today. Give me the over.
John?
Yeah, I want the over. That's what I said. I want the over as soon as you said it. You lit up 12 and a half.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. So I'm calling it at 13.
Yes. Let me see. The
14!
14. Yes, he has a full basketball team.
He needs one more. He needs one more for the full roster.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Oh, that's awesome.
Wow.
I'm so impressed.
And not all of them showed up to his party?
Yeah, apparently.
What kind of party was he having? A birthday party?
He's having a pants party.
Yeah.
Right?
Apparently there is a party in that man's pants.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, there ain't no pants party at his place because he ain't ever wearing them.
Yeah. No, that's what it is. It's a no pants party.
Before he wed, Cromartie fathered 8 children across 7. Jesus.
That's what I remember.
Christ.
The 8 kids across 7 different women.
For the first time, the show tried to bring them all together, inviting all of Cromartie's baby mamas and their kids to the party on April 29th in Houston. USA Network paid for the airfare and hotel rooms, but not all showed.
Oh. So there's some baby mama drama?
Yeah, I guess so. Looks like about half of them didn't show. Oh, that was fantastic. We really need to get you a sneeze button.
I know,
I just
right?
want to know how he can afford that.
Dude, I don't know.
Yeah, I know. It's not like, I mean, he made good money in the NFL, but he didn't make fucking 14 kids money.
And they can't touch his pension, right?
I think so. I think his pension is his and his alone. I don't think his spouse or children can get to it.
Who knows, man? Maybe he's doing a lot of autograph signings.
That's possible. Always looking for that next baby mama. Looking for number 15.
Never know where you find them. All right. So, what about the NBA, Rich? What's going on in the NBA? We're getting down to the crunch time with the playoffs coming up soon.
We're panicking on the Celtics again. The
God,
Celtics world is on fire again, apparently.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Their team chemistry is either fucking raging on fire, like everybody's happy, everybody's hitting their shots, everything's beautiful, or it's fucking freezer cold. Like no one's talking to nobody, nobody's passing to nobody. It is it's a love fest or a fucking hate fest in Boston right now. And yeah, when times are good, they play like it, and when times are bad, they play like it.
Right.
So yeah, I am worried about Rich's Boston pick. Because, yeah, they are not looking super strong. But then again, I feel the same way about my Nuggets. Like, every time I watch them play, I feel like they're just choking. And I'm like, God damn it, I'm trying to have faith in you motherfuckers.
Right.
I'm not worried about my Celtics pick. Let's break this down. Ready? Celtics play the overachieving Pacers in the first round. Celtics have
I thought they were going to get the Sixers in the first round.
No, they play the Pacers.
Pacers.
Okay, yeah, so the Sixers got out of the 4 spot finally?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, last time I looked, it was Sixers, Boston, 4-5. But that's cool. That's cool if it's the Pacers.
They're 2 games clear with 8 games left.
Okay.
It's not going to happen. The Pacers have a very difficult schedule. Pacers aren't catching the Sixers. It's going to be Bucks, Raptors, Sixers, Pacers, Celtics. That's your locked-in top 5. So that's all you need to know. So the Celtics play the Pacers. They're going to beat them.
You're probably right. The Pacers, no one is afraid of the fucking Pacers in the Eastern Conference. Whoever plays the Pacers is going to beat them.
So that would mean that they would play the Bucks in the second round, who just lost Mirotic, who lost their other guy who have already forgotten about.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. Like,
so
they could definitely get through the first 2 rounds, but then Toronto or the Sixers, whoever's left out of that.
So let me get this straight.
It's going to be a slugfest between those 2 teams. That'll be full 7 games.
Let me get this straight. Let's say for some miracle fucking reason, it's not even a miracle. Let's say the Sixers beat the Raptors. The Celtics are 3-1 against them this year. And the last game, the fucking Sixers celebrated like they just won the fucking Eastern Conference playoffs. And it was a goddamn regular season game that went down to the wire in Philly that Boston seemed to give 2 shits about, even when they were up 18 in the fucking third quarter on them. You're telling me that Boston can't beat them if they play them in the Eastern Conference Finals? I say Boston beats them in 5 games if they play them in the fucking Eastern Conference Finals.
I'm sure they can beat them. The question is, will Boston beat themselves? Boston could go all the fucking way if they don't fucking shank themselves in the fucking balls along the way. Like that, Boston is their own worst damn enemy.
We're getting the Celtics versus the Warriors in the NBA Finals, and we're getting KD and Kyrie walking away, holding hands, flipping off everybody else at the end of it. Remember how it was like the best story is Kyrie KD in the finals, and then they lock hands and arms, and they hold up middle fingers, and they walk out of their team on both their teams together.
And they meet up in New York with good old Mount Zion. Is that how the wet dream goes in New York?
Zion only goes to New York. New York only gets the number 1 draft pick if James Dolan agrees to sell the team to Adam Silver. Then Adam Silver will rig the draft for the Knicks. But without James Dolan agreeing to sell the team, the Knicks will not get the number 1 draft pick. Now, I've thought a lot about this. I thought a lot about this. James Dolan helped to build the new hockey arena in Seattle.
Okay.
Yeah.
James Dolan also owns the Forum and has a problem with Steve Ballmer.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah. What James Dolan needs to do
is go fuck himself.
Is leverage the NBA into selling him the new expansion franchise for cheap. For, let's say, $2 billion. James Dolan then trades that franchise to Steve Ballmer. Ballmer gets to go back to Seattle with the team that he wants. Dolan gets the Clippers and gets to play at the Forum where he owns the building. And the Kardashians get to have a group buy of the New York Knicks for $4.5 billion, and thus have a feeder system of talent into their family of guys for Khloe.
Wow. That was a long way to go for that, Rich. Thank you. That was a real long way.
It was amazing.
That was beautiful.
Thank you for taking us on the ride.
No, but think about this. If Dolan leverages it into the expansion franchise, he gets to sell the Knicks for $4.5 billion, pay $2 billion, trade with Ballmer. Ballmer gets to go back to Seattle where he lives. Dolan gets to hang out in L.A.
Dolan gets the Clippers, which is a ready-made playoff team, for $2 billion, which is, market value or under market value, but slightly for the Clippers.
And then him and Jenny Buss get to have constant competitions to be the worst owner in sports.
Yes. And we get Kim and Kanye.
Contest. Yeah.
We get Kim and Kanye in New York. Khloe gets to have her pick of the litter with the other Kylie and Kendall. and it works out for everybody.
So the Knicks would become like a Kardashian meat market.
Yeah. So Kanye owns the Knicks, and then they get Zion, Durant, and Irving. This is the best offseason a Knick fan could ever have.
See, people keep talking about fucking Durant and Irving to fucking the Knicks, but
that's
the only rumor I ever heard originally was Durant and Irving to New York. They didn't say the Knicks. Why don't we go ahead and start thinking about maybe Brooklyn being in this discussion? Because it's not like the Nets are a bad team.
They don't have two max slots.
No, you're right. They don't. They only have one max slot available, so they'd probably only get one of those two players. But Brooklyn could be a fucking player in this deal come the off season. Don't anybody be surprised if all of a sudden one of those two guys ends up in Brooklyn and the other one ends up playing with Zion in New York in MSG.
Or Dolan doesn't agree to sell the Knicks and Kyrie and KD go to the Clippers.
That's also a possibility. They could both end up on the Clippers.
I don't know. The Clippers have got their own thing going on that's working with chemistry and
that's true.
They seem to be winning without superstars. They're trading away their best players year after year and getting better and stronger. That's just not something that happens in the NBA.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's no secret that they've been courting Kawhi the entire season.
Oh yeah. Kawhi has never said one way or the other that he wants to be a Laker. He said he wants to be in LA.
Right.
So yeah, he could accomplish that in that brand new Clippers stadium just as easy as he could playing in the Staples Center.
Yeah, that's the same argument you were trying to take with the New York teams. Maybe they're saying New York, they don't mean the Knicks, right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, can we have Kanye as the Knicks owner, and every time Jay-Z has a concert in Brooklyn, Kanye magically throws one at MSG at the same time?
Wow, the petty party would be in full effect in the boroughs. That would be
Kim and Kanye versus Beyonce and Jay-Z. Like, is this not meant for New York and Brooklyn? Like, it's perfect. Can anybody just listen and fucking let Dolan go to LA and send Ballmer to Seattle and give them a basketball team and put the West Kardashians in New York, please?
I mean, don't get me wrong. The drama of it would be amazing. I don't, for no other reason than for the fact that the great people of Seattle would get their fucking basketball franchise back, and I've always felt like that was kind of fucking wrong that team just got up and fucking left and moved to OKC. I felt like they did not get a good shake on that at all. I mean, yeah, the arena was old and shit, but goddamn, like Seattle loved that fucking team, and I always felt bad that they lost them.
Like, who else would make a great NBA owner? Because we are quietly going to have the Trailblazers available because their owner passed away last year.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I think the family is weighing whether or not to sell the team at this point.
So who else do we need as an NBA owner?
Joe Biden.
That's so weird because I was thinking Donald Trump.
Wow.
I was thinking we should have Kevin Hart and The Rock co-own the team.
That'd be pretty awesome too. And they definitely have the money between the two of them to buy the team. They've definitely got a billion each that they could cough up for a fucking for a team. You know.
I mean, my number one ownership group is the Kardashians. I just think it works for everybody in the family.
Yeah, that still gives me a very slimy, dirty feeling. And I'm kind of a slimy, dirty person, so I mean, that's saying a lot.
I mean, if they own a team, that means any dude that dates them has to demand a trade to that team.
Wow. I just don't know where to go with that.
I mean, there are so many pay-for-play jokes there. I mean, where do you begin? Whew. How are you going to be working for the woman that you're fucking? And
what's wrong with that?
That's a valid point. I just feel like there's a conflict of interest there.
On whose part?
Somebody's. the cameraman? I don't fucking know.
Oh, that was about perfect.
I'm not saying, I'm just saying.
All right, so you did walk us through the way the East was going to go. You said the Warriors are going to win the West. Do you have a map for that too, or what do we got?
There's no fucking map to make. The goddamn fucking West is a mess. None of the seeding's set. I don't want to see San Antonio Golden State in the first round. I think San Antonio can beat any of the other teams except Golden State. They might be able to. Just like I don't want to see OKC Golden State because I think OKC can beat any of the other teams.
Yeah, there's a whopping 7 games in the standings separating first from 8th place in the Western Conference right now. 50 wins against 43 from Golden State down to San Antonio.
Yeah, OKC needs to get their shit together because, Sacramento's not going to catch them, but they're the only team in the West heading down the stretch. Look at the last 10. They're the only team that's not got a winning record in the last 10.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You know, and everybody
Everyone
with the
else.
exception of Golden State. Golden State's 6-4, still above the the 500 mark. But everybody else is 7-3 or better, so they're playing great basketball right now.
Yeah, except for OKC.
Right.
And right now it looks like they've got the tiebreaker on San Antonio, but if they fucking drop a fucking win below, then all of a sudden they're in the 8th spot staring at Golden State instead of San Antonio.
They've got a half a game. No telling where that tiebreaker. I don't know where that tiebreaker is for sure. So,
Yeah, you're right. Oh, it's a games played thing. They're simply one game back, like one total game back in the standings. Like they're a game behind. So that's the only reason they're in front of San Antonio right now.
I don't know. Like, okay, can Oklahoma City beat Denver? Yep.
Yes, but it'd be a long series. Like, that's 7 games.
And Brady doesn't want to hear that. He's not ready to hear that the Thunder can beat the Nuggets.
I could see it happening. I just don't want to see it happening.
Like, the Nuggets are that fucking great regular season team.
Yes, that's probably going to get swept out in the second round in 4 or 5 games. But I expect them to win their first round matchup.
All right, I'll take that bet. Just like the Rockets. They're not why is everybody all of a sudden on the Rockets Nuggets? The Rockets, they're not going to win.
Yeah, but they're going to beat the Clippers.
Are they?
Yeah, probably. I mean, Doc Rivers is a very decent coach. He's proven that, but there's just not enough there for the Clippers to handle fucking Harden scoring. So as long as the Rockets are healthy, unless James Harden just has like the worst 7 games possible, or I guess the worst 4 games possible, they're gonna get through fucking the Clippers. Like, that's not gonna be an issue. It all kind of falls on Harden, but I mean, so long as he doesn't go fucking 2 for 13 from beyond the arc for the for all 4 games, I mean, then yeah, they're fine.
I mean, we're just talking about rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic. I don't really
We kind of are. Like,
I don't think
we're
any of it
ignoring
matters.
the big fucking blue and yellow gorilla in the room that is the Golden State Warriors.
How many teams of these 8 do you give a realistic chance to beat Golden State in a 7-game series?
2.
And it's the 2 you just mentioned, San Antonio and Oklahoma City?
Yep.
So it looks like Golden State at this point might face their toughest challenge in the West in the first round.
Yep.
Wow.
So sad.
They'll probably win it in 5 games. Golden State will win it in 5 games.
I don't know. I don't like to bet against Popovich, Popovich has that sort of weird aura around him, kind of like Belichick. It's just like, dude, once he gets into the playoffs, I don't put my money over there because when I do, he makes me look bad. One way or the other.
You'd put your money on Popovich, who's not been in the finals the last 4 straight seasons and hasn't changed their roster?
Talk about. They added DeMar DeRozan.
I was referring to Golden State, but you could also say they added Boogie Cousins.
Boogie Cousins, who doesn't really fit their offense of shooting threes and running the floor.
Sure. I didn't say he'd be there next year. He's there now, though.
This is true.
Listen, if it's Spurs Golden State, I can guarantee you 2 things. 1, Popovich is going to somehow, through mind games, get Draymond Green and Boogie Cousins to punch guys on their own team.
Okay.
Yes. I have to see this. The Pop Jedi mind trick from the sidelines. You
and 2,
really want to punch Durant in the face.
You will go punch Durant.
And the other thing, no matter what happens, Popovich will show no emotion and Steve Kerr won't get out of his chair.
Well,
but Popovich...
Steve Kerr's got a bad back, right?
But Steve Kerr can get kind of fiery sometimes. Like when the refs aren't doing what he wants them to, Steve Kerr can get a little in his emotions.
Right.
He can find himself in his feelings real quick.
I feel like we forget that Popovich used to be in a lettered agency. That dude was a spy for this country.
Yeah, I guess that Jedi mind trick could work, huh?
Yeah.
Like, don't you think that would be
serum and like blow the little Kirari dart from across the court right into Kerr's neck, and Kerr would just be sitting there fucking looking like a zombie?
Hell no.
If I was Pop, my whole game plan would be to Jedi mind trick Draymond Green and fucking JaVale and Boogie into just losing their shit on KD and everybody else on that team and just fucking blow them up from the inside. And then you have LaMarcus Aldridge and DeMar DeRozan shoot 18-footers nonstop for 7 games.
The revenge of the mid-range game.
Bam.
I'm just saying, he's like a Sith Lord.
That would be some ultimate Pop mind trick shit if he could take down probably the greatest three-point shooting team of all time with 18-footers in a 7-game series.
Like he just sent, like Steph Curry just gets in the mail a voodoo doll with pins in his ankles and it goes right to his fucking head. Yeah. He can't fucking do anything.
That's awesome. That's really good. That's really good.
And all of a sudden the newspaper on Clay's chair has nothing but fucking run-on sentences and misspelled words and fake news stories in it just to fuck with Clay. Like, that's the type of subterfuge that Popovich will employ. He'll just start fucking with him on all those levels, and nobody will know a damn thing.
That's beautiful.
I'd love to see it. Psychological warfare at its best.
He starts sending Draymond white dick pics and fucking sending... I'm just saying...
From one of Durant's burner accounts?
Yeah, or he has, like... Devin Currant on Twitter starts fucking tweeting at Draymond.
Devin Currant.
It's just Popovich sitting there taking a shit.
Flush.
Oh my God, since Sports on High still locked out of Twitter. Maybe we should make our Twitter account Devin Currant.
That's awesome.
Please, let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. We'll have Sports on High's Twitter up soon under Devin Currant.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Oh, fantastic. Well, we're right around the corner from opening day in baseball. I know there's only couple people here that are excited about that. We'll be out at Coors Field before long, bro.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. See, the thing is, we all know Rich is not the world's biggest baseball fan, but before we got going today, I actually got Rich to do a little baseball talking with me. I think he might actually have something to say about the free agent signings and how we've got players out there choosing to stay with their team and take extensions as opposed to going into free agency.
Hold on, Rich has an opinion about baseball?
Kind of, yeah. A positive opinion.
Yeah. All right.
You ready?
Let's go with it.
I'm going to tune in for this.
Yeah.
Baseball is the only league that has it right when it comes to how to pay their players.
Okay.
Pay
Only
them
league.
early.
And this is coming on the heels of Mike Trout signing that monster deal. What was it, $430 million for 8 years or something?
Basically, yeah, $35 million
a year for 8 years.
For fucking like 12 years or
was
something.
it 12 years?
Yeah, that's why it was like 400 something million. Because, yeah.
Okay, so baseball's got it right. Why do they have it right?
Okay. Which of the 4 major sports owners do you think, on average, makes the most money from owning a team?
Uh,
I went and found the average. What an average NFL owner makes, an average MLB owner makes, an average NBA, an average NHL.
And this is what they make on their team, not like...
just on their team.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, not on like TV revenue and revenue sharing.
No, I'd say that falls under the team. I was just saying like Robert Kraft Patriots, but like not talking about like Kraft, his business.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I feel like it comes down to either football or baseball. Football because of the large amount of TV money that they get, but on a short season. And baseball because there's so fucking many home games, and you think about all that stadium revenue.
Yeah.
At least for the successful teams that have, like people in the seats. But, like...
Well, I mean, even shitty teams are charging $50 for parking, $12 for a beer. I mean, they're still, even with 5,000 people showing up, they're making revenue. But
yeah. But the people that are packing the stadium are fucking, especially for 81 home games a fucking year. I mean, that's a lot of concession
baseball has
sales. That's a lot of ticket sales. Yeah. I feel like baseball owners have to make money because of that. Regardless of their TV money.
The average hockey owner, believe it or not, makes $20 million.
Okay.
Is
that was very shocking to me.
Is that annually?
Yes.
Okay.
And is that, just a curiosity, is that like the Rangers and Kings make a combined, $200 million, and the rest of them make, $200 million together?
It's close to that, but they actually have, because they have less teams, they actually make more per team off their TV deals and some of their other licensing rights. So because there's less teams in the league, the owners make a little bit. I don't know. I didn't fucking crunch the numbers. I just went and researched what the number was.
Yeah, he just pulled up the stat.
Believe it or not, the NBA owner, on average, only makes about $23 million.
Okay.
Now, granted, that's also weighted that like the Lakers probably make like $200 million.
Yeah, and then like teams the Sixers or the Bucks or the Heat,
the Hornets,
yeah, your smaller markets, yeah. Oh God, poor Pelicans.
So you're gonna have that disparity in all the leagues.
Yeah.
The NFL, $40 million.
All right, that's a nice little tick up there. And that's
Major
only
League,
doing 16 games a year.
Major League Baseball, $79 million.
Woo! Now,
goodness,
$750 million of it is Yankee hats.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah, but you're also forgetting all the local TV rights deals that these teams have, and those are fucking monstrous. And a lot of the teams.
Doesn't Major League have profit shares where the Yankees have to share some of their profits?
Yes, that's the other thing. Yeah.
It's the soft cap. They're allowed to spend over, but they have to fucking basically share that money with the rest of the league.
Okay.
because of the
I'm
profit
okay with
sharing.
Yeah.
They make the wealth gets spread around a little extra, but
Yeah.
so you're telling me that the baseball owners make almost the same as all the other owners in all the other leagues combined.
Yeah.
Well, they have twice as many home games as their nearest competitors.
Yeah.
So that's twice as many beers, twice as many parking seats, plus their stadiums hold twice as many people as as hockey and basketball arenas do.
Three times as many as basketball and hockey.
Yeah,
So,
not quite as big as a football stadium, but significantly bigger than all of your indoor venues.
So if you get a team that's hot, even a team like the Rockies generally aren't that competitive in the standings, but you start putting a competitive team out there, you'll start getting 40,000 people a night. That's huge income.
Yeah. When you're doing that 81 times over the course of a summer, that's a lot of tickets.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
So, my point being is, if the Major League Baseball has no salary cap, no restrictions on how they sign their players, they also actually have a fucking devoted farm system to developing players. What Major League Baseball does is almost what like the European soccer teams do.
Yes.
And they transfer rights of players.
Yeah.
And the players in European soccer and baseball make way more fucking money than in all the other sports. So if I were a player, I'd be like, hey, we're not going to play until you get rid of the salary cap. You don't like it? Fuck you. No more sport. Because if you take away the salary cap, and I would sell it as, you take away the salary cap, you can do more and thus make more money. The leagues that don't have salary caps make all the money. Leagues with the highest salary restrictions, like the NHL, make less money.
Yeah, I could see that. Because, I mean, when you're willing to throw money at your product, it's not always going to make it better, but some of that is going to make your product better. And if you just keep throwing money at it, some of it's going to be making it better every time. And a better product is always a more valuable product, so you'll be getting return on whatever money you throw at it.
And there will be owners that won't spend money, and there'll be owners that spend way too much fucking money. And you'll find your Billy Beans.
Yeah,
you'll find your Dan Snyders
and your fucking Yankees.
But you'll also have Redskins that fucking suck and spend all the fucking money in the world.
They're trying.
You know what I mean? You'll have years where the Royals spend money. You'll have years where this team spends money. You'll have years where you put it together. But you'll also have players there. You'll have fans. Because the one thing that I figured out, like European soccer, they barely give a shit about the players. It's about the club. It's about the team.
Yeah.
Now, these owners can thus move past being beholden to player empowerment and can make it about the club and the team. And they can pay these guys whatever they want. They can hire mercenaries. They can build a franchise. They can sign people when they're 15 years old and pay them money, have them never paying out. But
yeah, just put them in the farm system, and if they don't make it out of the farm system, then whatever. That's a scratch off ticket that didn't win for them. They'll move on to the next scratch off.
So I think baseball does it right. Give Mike Trout $430 million. You know why? Because LeBron James has been worth it to every team he's ever played for.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're telling me Tom Brady's not worth that money to the Patriots?
And he signs contracts that are not up to par.
Yeah. Now imagine there was no salary cap in the NFL. We would have to find out a real number for the worth of that man.
Yeah, it's true. Because there'd be no more... but then they won't have money to spend over here on this guy, or they can't spend the money here because then they wouldn't have it over there. Like, no, motherfuckers. It's all about what are you capable of spending.
I almost feel like that would lose a lot of Patriots leverage that they use.
That's possible because they definitely play the salary cap jigsaw puzzle game better than
Right.
everyone else in the league.
Right, but then Tom Brady has to decide: does he stay in New England for whatever they offer, or does he go take the money from somewhere else? And does another team have the kind of cash
To
let's face it,
pry him loose.
to crack? Like you, all of a sudden, you actually get a free market. You understand what these guys are worth.
Yeah, what if that 21 mil a year that he's been making as a Patriot for the past 15 years all of a sudden is 38 mil a year to go play somewhere else? You know, what if some team was capable of throwing that kind of money at him because it didn't matter? They could still throw whatever money they wanted somewhere else without, affecting their product on the field, I guess.
The NFL's hard cap is ridiculous. Like, you have a guy that gets injured, you don't get that money amnestied off your cap, and you still have to sign more dudes and somehow squeeze them in under the cap.
Yep.
It's preposterous.
That's how they do it.
It's preposterous. It makes no sense. You're not giving us, the fans, the best possible thing. Let Jerry Jones be an asshole and sign every single guy off the Pro Bowl team. But
he would totally do it.
But tell him every contract he signs is guaranteed money.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Fucking guaranteed money. You don't have to fucking pay them a shitload. You don't have to make the contracts as big as they have been in the past, but they have to be all guaranteed money. No more of this incentives, any of that shit. It's like, here's what you're going to get paid, period.
Guys would make less because they know they're not signing a 6-year deal where they're only getting 2 of it.
Exactly. Yeah, if you tell them it's a 2-year deal for this much per year flat, fucking they'd be happier with that than saying, all right, it's 3 years, but the last 2 are team options, and your base salary is this, but you could make that with incentives, but you have to hit these numbers, and they're like, no, just give the man a fucking salary and let him work.
Let me ask you this question. How much is Zion Williamson worth if the NBA has no salary cap and no max number
no rookie wage scale?
No rookie wage scale.
Right in the front door?
No cap on how much a guy can make in a max contract deal. It's just the Wild Wild West, free market. What's Zion Williamson worth coming out?
Untested, unproven.
What's
I would
the highest
have to
NBA
say.
salary?
Like they can get up to I think in a few years, Russ and John Wall make in the mid 40s.
Yeah, but that's like the tail end of their deals where the deal was all fucking backstacked, especially John Wall's deal. John Wall's deal was horrible. He didn't get paid shit, but he's got all this guaranteed money on the tail end of his deal.
I've got that number.
In 3 years, John Wall makes 46 and Russ makes 43.
Yeah.
33.3 million.
How many years do you give him?
On his first deal, 5 at least.
So roughly 160 million,
Yeah, I was gonna
65 mil.
See, I was gonna say 125 mil deal guaranteed, 25 a year for the first 5 years.
I don't think that gets it done, dude.
He's a rookie. You have to actually see them perform on the court before I'm willing to give. I'm more than willing to tell them, look, I'm going to give you this contract and we can renegotiate next year after we see you play. But
Brady, here's why you're automatically
deal guaranteed.
Brady, here's why you're already wrong. John's a different franchise. He already said he'd give him 33.
Oh, yeah. So you're saying no draft, just wild motherfucking West?
No, I'm saying there's a draft, but
okay.
say Brady drafts him, but he knows and hears the whispers that you'll pay him 33. Why sign with Brady? Ever?
Because I drafted him. He that's the point of the draft, is that you kind of have to sign with the team that drafts you first.
Oh, yeah? Ask John Elway.
That's the point of the rookie cap or whatever you're talking about, the rookie salary.
Yeah, the rookie wage scale and whatnot, too.
Right. He's saying, talk to John Elway about that. Talk to Eric Lindros about that.
Yeah.
Talk to Eli.
Talk to
I'm
fucking
just saying,
that fucking quarterback from Oklahoma. Fucking he basically dangled the fucking Oakland Athletics over the fucking coals and then just said, "No thanks, I'm gonna go play football."
hey Brady, here's what I know. If I'm Zion, you draft me, you tell me 125. John says 165 over 5. Guess what? It's worth it for me to sit out your 25 mil a year. Wait, because I'm making it up by just not playing for you and forcing you to trade me.
Because I've offered $40 million in a contract over that.
Yeah.
And therefore, you would have to come up. You'd have to pay him more. You'd probably get to somewhere around 30 a year for 3.
Yeah, yeah. Probably in the negotiations, but I would feel much better about giving him. I honestly think he's worth that kind of money. I would just want to see him play an NBA season first. He's never played an 80-game season. He's never played at that kind of competitive level against people that are that much bigger and stronger than him. I would like to see him in the league, getting dirty and sweaty for a season. And then, honestly, I'd have no problems telling him, okay, here's 30 mil for the first year. And let's do a 1-year deal. Here's your paycheck, guaranteed. Play for a year, and we will fucking see how much you're worth at the end of the season. Because we feel like you're worth more than this.
Perfect. What's Kawhi and AD worth then? Open market, free agent.
45, 50-ish probably, because you're talking franchise centerpieces there. Like, you're really talking about the kind of player that you would be building around for the next 5 to 10 years.
Well, what about Zion, where you'd be building around him for 12 years?
Yes, but you don't know yet. There have been plenty of great college players that just, for one reason or another, when they get to that next level, it doesn't click.
So Markelle Fultz would have gotten 20 mil.
He probably would have got more than 20 mil, honestly, coming out of college.
No. He wasn't a number one like that, man.
But
Zion is going to be a game changer, and he's going to have the doors open for him before he steps through them, dude.
That's fine. But he needs to prove it.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone's going to open the doors, and you're over there looking at him saying, you figure it out. You open it for yourself and show me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to tell you to play a nice game and run and go fuck yourself.
He's going to tell you, fuck you, pay me.
Yeah, and then when he fucking blows out an ankle or a knee at the beginning of his fucking rookie year and his value gets cut in half, that's fine. I'm not the one paying him.
You're going to miss out on a lot of studs doing that. You screw some guy on his rookie deal, you think he's going to want to re-sign with you because you gave him a prove-it deal?
No, I'm giving him a big check for 1 year, and then if he's a tenth of what he says he is, he's going to be worth that and so much fucking more. But
all right, you're out on buying the Portland Trailblazers. The NBA said we're not letting you buy the team. You and your ownership group are out.
Fine.
That's a big opportunity missed right there, Brady. Do you know how much NBA franchises are worth?
Yeah, but I'm not trying to buy the Jailblazers. And they will always be the Jailblazers in my mind. I mean, it will always be Rasheed Wallace smoking blunts, fucking getting in trouble, getting pulled over with, who was it, Stoudemire in the car with him.
God.
Fucking... They didn't even put the blunt out when the cop came up to the window. Like, god damn.
All right. I think that about wraps up our show for the week. We've gone way off the rails today.
Oh, yeah. That's all right. That's how we do.
So, Shady Brady, what'd you learn today?
Rob Gronkowski's career touchdowns per game, 0.69. Is there a gronkier stat than 0.69 touchdowns per game?
Unless he had 69 actual touchdowns. Did he have 69 actual touchdowns?
I think he had more than that. Because I think there was a joke at one point in time about him retiring because he had gotten to 69 touchdowns and he wanted to keep that stat.
Fantastic. I can't say any more. Rich, what did you learn today?
I learned today that there's this great meme out there. It's Howard Cosell standing with O.J. Simpson and what's his name on the Wheaties box? Mrs. Don't call me whatever Bruce Jenner.
Caitlyn.
It's Bruce
Jesus.
Jenner. It's Bruce Jenner,
Oh, at
Howard
that point,
Cosell.
Bruce. Okay, yeah.
Bruce Jenner, Howard Cosell, and O.J. Simpson. And the meme was, where do you guys see the future? And it made me think about how beloved O.J. Simpson was. Like, O.J. Simpson, and what is his equivalent in this day and age? The Rock. The Rock, like, O.J. Simpson was as popular as The Rock is today.
That's
and
not
my
a bad
thought,
comparison.
And the thought that the wave of emotion that came over me was, please, Rock, don't follow in OJ's footsteps. Because then I would actually get to understand what all those people went through when OJ killed his wife. Allegedly.
Not allegedly.
Not allegedly?
No.
I'll say alleged.
Just because Marcia couldn't get the job done didn't mean the civil trial didn't prove plenty of guilt.
The sheer terror that I had at that thought that The Rock could ever commit that hurt me in a very deep way.
Rock could mangle somebody.
Yeah,
he could literally rip them limb from limb.
Yeah, that's a problem. Like that, like if that dude ever snapped and had like a fucking like a Junior Seau sort of break, like that would not be pleasant for the people around him.
No. All right, well,
that took a dark turn there at the end.
Yeah, no.
That's what I learned today. You asked, that's what I said.
Hey. It's all good.
It's scary.
I'm just saying,
Please don't let it happen. We need this man to be our president.
Yeah, we definitely need The Rock in the White House.
And on a slightly lighter note, I learned today that I don't think there's ever been a good college basketball coach. They're just all good recruiters.
Yeah. Maybe that one guy for George Washington or George Mason or whatever that one little tiny school that made the run to the Final Four like 10 years ago.
No,
not even that guy.
I say no good college coaches. I'm convinced.
Actually, I think that was Shaka Smart, the guy that ended up coaching VCU after that was the guy that coached that team. But yeah.
All right.
Neither here nor there.
Well, that'll wrap up another show. Thanks for tuning in. sportsonhigh@gmail.com if you want to get in touch. Other than that, we're done. Out.
The champ is here.
Not all who wander are lost. Some just make podcasts.
Get that Devin Corrant Twitter handle.
Devin Corrant. Yeah, we got to get that shit on lock.
Yeah.
All right, thanks a lot, y'all.
And then just have it be a picture of KD in sunglasses and like a mustache.
I'm doing Photoshop. I could do that. Yo, I'm going to use Antonio Brown's mustache.
Yes, that fake-ass blonde caterpillar from Antonio Brown.
Yes.
And put them Bobby Valentine sunglasses on him.
Oh, yes.